Hey, have you ever looked at someone doing something confidently and you thought, nah, I could never do that? That was me with water. I was terrified, deathly afraid. So, how did I end up paddleboarding, you ask? Okay, I'm back with another Beanspiration, and as you know, I'm not an expert. I'm just a girl who loves God, trying to make His word make sense in real life. So let's go back a little bit. When my husband Stephen and I were dating, yes, we were junior high school sweethearts, and we just celebrated 19 years of marriage. And in April, we celebrated 30 years dating. So we're no spring chickens, but we've been through it, and we're still here, thank God. But anyways, when we were dating, he tried to teach me how to swim, right? And back then, there was absolutely no way I was taking my feet off the bottom of the pool. It was this little above ground pool, but to me, it was like, no, it was like, I am going to die if I try to swim in this. So I wanted to learn though, right? But fear had me so stuck that it took me a really long time. But little by little, after trying and trying, things started to change. And before our honeymoon, I even took swimming lessons because I wanted to at least be able to enjoy the water. Because if anybody knows Steven, he's very like, do it now. Don't be afraid. And so I needed to learn like in my own pace, right? So over the years, even he kept encouraging me. And eventually, after I got over my extreme fear, then he was able to teach me how to be more comfortable and how to swim above water. And, each experience, though traumatizing in their own way, it did chip away at the fear. So I give him credit for that. But there were still things that I wouldn't do, like snorkeling. Absolutely not. I tried and I freaked the freak out. There's just so many different levels to feeling comfortable in the water. And then this was just another level that I did not think I was going to be able to do it after trying it. Paddleboarding, never even a consideration. I did not even think that was something that I would be able to do. Well, until this trip that we just came back from. This time I snorkeled, this time I paddleboarded. We even went way out in the water on a kayak, which was terrifying because like I'm looking at the water and I'm looking at the waves and I'm realizing, wow, this person that I am right now would have literally passed out years ago had I been in this experience. And so no one would know that, right? Everyone else just probably saw us enjoying our vacation, but I definitely saw it as something bigger. One, because Stephen kept saying, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And he's not the I'm so proud of you type at all. But he was like seeing me come a long way. So that made me see like, oh, wow, yeah, like I really changed, right? But I didn't suddenly become a brave person because it just felt like a natural progression. Like in the past, definitely there were times that it felt super scary and all that. But this time felt different. It was just like, okay, we're just moving on to the next step, right? And I realized that I had been becoming this person all along. So it wasn't one big moment, right, that changed me. It was years of the little moments, years of trying again, years of letting people help me, years of trusting the process through the frustration, even when it felt like a really slow progress. And it made me think about David, how we've been talking about David in 1 Samuel, how he was king at 14, but he really wasn't king, right? And he just had to go through this process of trying to survive to finally become king in 2 Samuel, right? So when David finally becomes king, it feels like it's all of a sudden, right? Like overnight. Well, we know overnight success takes at least 15 years. And so it wasn't that he was an overnight success. The king that David became wasn't created the day that he took the throne. It was formed while he was tending the sheep, while he was facing Goliath, while he was hiding in caves, while he was running from Saul, right? While he was leading people, hundreds of thousands of people in his own form of wilderness, right? Every challenge was shaping the man before he even stepped into the position. So David wasn't becoming king. He was king, but he was becoming the kind of man who can carry the weight of being king. I'll say that again. He was becoming the kind of man or woman, right, who could carry the weight of being king. And I wonder if that's what's happening with us. How many times are we frustrated because we don't see ourselves changing enough, fast enough? Maybe we're becoming the person that needs to carry the weight of the thing, right? We want courage overnight. We want confidence overnight. We want healing overnight. Okay, that part, I'm guilty. But maybe God is working differently in us. Maybe he builds us one experience at a time, one act of obedience at a time, one uncomfortable step at a time, so that we could become the person who could carry the weight of where we're going. I've had several experiences where I've gotten to a place that I'm like, wow, this is an amazing experience. This is an amazing opportunity. But I did not feel like I was the person that could carry the weight of that. And I can see now that God was like showing it to me so that he can inform me that I had some more growing to do, that he had some more work in me to do, some more building to do, so that I could surrender to it. So he can say, listen, this is where I want to take you. But as you can see, you ain't ready, baby girl, right? You ain't ready. So, but I am the type of person that wants everything yesterday. So I had to experience I had to be able to taste it to see that it's not that God was withholding things from me. It's that he was still building me, that I still wasn't the person yet. And I used to think something was wrong with me because I couldn't move at the pace as that other people did, as quickly as they did, right? I'd see people go from A to Z and at something it'll be successful, whether it's building a business, an event, getting over a challenge, moving on from something. And I just learned that that's just not how God made me. I need baby steps, right? And I'm learning to stop apologizing for my pace, right? I'm learning to stop apologizing for the process that it's taking for God to get me to be the person that I need to be for my appointed time, right? Because every baby step has prepared me for the next one. And in 2 Samuel 22, David says, he makes my feet like the feet of deer. He enables me to stand on the heights. And what I took that to mean is that he strengthens your footing. God didn't remove the mountains. He just strengthened David's footing. He didn't remove the water for me, right? He just changed my confidence in it. And the confidence that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And maybe that's what he's doing for you too in your life. Maybe the thing you've been praying for isn't changing as quickly as you'd hope. But if you look closely, you might realize something beautiful. That you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. He strengthens us. It's in there. It says he will make us strong. Little by little, through every experience, every challenge, every triumph, every failure, you're becoming the person God has been forming all along, who you need to be right now. I'm going to leave it right there. I'll see you in the next Binespiration.